some point along the way, as this sill plate rotted out over time, someone replaced it with a pressure treated 2x4 so it won't rot again. But the problem is it needs to be a 2x6 so that it can stick out in front and give the floor structure something to sit on. I'll show you in the front how this should be. You can see here how this sill plate sticks out and the joists are able to rest on it so that it doesn't fall through. It's not held up just with nails, it's actually sitting on something. So on this back side, I'm going to pull that 2x4 out. I'm going to replace it with a treated 2x6. I nailed a 2x4 up there underneath the ceiling joist and nailed it into the studs. So I'm hoping that as I jack that up, it'll just pull that wall up enough I can pop that 2x4 out, put a 2x6 in, and begin to reframe this wall. I'll probably go through one by one and replace the studs and basically rebuild this whole back wall. Alright, wall's jacked up. Show you that studs move freely down the whole thing. So I'm about to pull that sill plate out and replace that. Well, old sill plate is out, new sill plate is in. You can see now we have a ledge for our floor structure to sit on. Still needs some work, obviously. Foundation needs some reinforcement along there. Plan is to dig out maybe some of those stones and where there are no stones and pour some concrete, pour footing underneath there. But that will be at a later time. I'm just going to leave those legs under there for now, hold that up until I can get that foundation fixed. What the new foundation will look like. I'm having to do it in sections, obviously, so I've left rebar sticking out to tie the sections together. But I think even doing it in sections, it's going to be way better than what was there before with just those stones. So. So I thought it would be best to just go ahead and redo the entire foundation on this back side of the house. So I've done this side where there is still a load, and I have done the far side where there is still a load. And once that sets up over the weekend, I'll come back, and I've got rebar sticking out of each side of those, so I can dig out these last few stones, dig a footing, pour the concrete in there, add another piece of rebar to tie the whole thing together. It's going to be way stronger than it ever has been. And once I get this last section of foundation done here in the middle, then I'll be ready to start framing this wall in, rebuilding that top plate, replacing some rafters, put the new roof on, start tearing the siding off the rest of the house, and we should be to the point where we can really start making some progress on this thing. So I hope you're enjoying this and continue to follow along.